Hi, everybody. Quite frequently, when I have people contact me about signing up or applying for Gogokid, or they will ask what company I suggest first. I will always suggest VIP Kid to a person first, mostly because VIP Kid offers so much free training and there's so much available through them at no charge to you. So, especially if you're new in the online teaching industry, VIP Kid is a fabulous place to start. Furthermore, their platform is miles in front of the rest of them. There's a night mode so that it doesn't hurt your eyes or give you headaches. You can give your students nicknames. You can, um, man, there's so many things that they have. The payment tab updates every day when you finish classes. Um, Everything is just so far ahead of the curve from everybody else. So I will always suggest them first because they are my favorite company and I believe they're the best for getting started, primarily because that's where I started, but they really do have a lot of resources available to you. However, usually when I say that, people then say, "Well, I'm hired at VIP Kid, but I never got any bookings." Which stinks, and I know that happens to a lot of people. But I have learned a couple things over the years that I feel like helped me to get bookings and other people, and I've seen it help some people that I have told too. So I thought that maybe I would make a video to tell you the stuff that I tell all of these people, and it might save me typing it all out too because I send it to people very frequently. Um, there's three pointers for getting bookings at VIP Kid. Even if you've been hired for an entire contract and haven't gotten bookings, I have some tips to help you with that.
Hey guys, it's a completely different day, and I was editing that video, and then I realized that I completely forgot to put in like my number one tip. So I clearly underestimated the number of tips I had for you because I originally thought I had three, and this is tip number 7. Stay tuned at the end, I have a bonus tip for you.
I will also show you my profile and give you some examples of things so that you can kind of get a visual of what I mean. And I am definitely not saying that mine is the best or that this is absolutely what you need to do. They're just suggestions, and I really have no absolute proof to back it up other than people have confirmed it with me and it worked for me. So I just wanted to throw it out there so maybe it will help you as well. All right, let's go. So, tip number one, you need to remember that VIP Kid has a pool of over 60,000 teachers the last time I checked. So when those parents are scrolling through the list of teachers, the first thing they see is your profile picture. So that is of number one importance. You need to make sure, first and foremost, that it shows your entire face, that it's very well lit. But here's my extra bonus suggestion: I would make it something super fun. That's what I do at Gogokid. My VIP Kid one is very professional. Actually, it's not professional, but it just looks nice because it's outside natural lighting. I'm actually in my car, but I have my hair curled and I was actually done up that day, so I used that picture. I'll show you that one, and I'll show you the new one that I'm actually switching to, and I'll show you the one I use at Gogokid that got me bookings right away. My suggestion is to make it something fun because usually when mom is looking through the list of teachers, Bao Bao is sitting right there. And if you have something that catches Bao Bao's eyes, he might say, "I like that teacher, mom." So for me, I had a picture with Super Mario in it, and I'm wearing a pair of really silly glasses. So it kind of just makes me look like a fun teacher before they even meet me. Okay? So I would suggest doing something that's going to showcase your personality, but also make you look like fun, unless you're not a fun teacher. I mean, show off who you are so that you attract the students that you are meant to have. Along with your profile picture, you also get to add two pictures that showcase yourself, your personality. What I figured out a while ago is that I couldn't really do that with just two photos. So I use an app called Pic Collage, and you can find any collage making app that works for you. But I put in actually 6 pictures or 8 pictures of things of me doing fun things that's going to attract a child to my profile and say, she looks like fun. She looks funny. She looks, the kid wants to book with me, then mom usually will say okay, or maybe I'll resonate with the mom. Maybe the mom also likes some of the hobbies I like. And either way, I want to show off more. So I personally use Pic Collage, and I will show you the pictures that I have on my profiles here. All right, tip number two, the next thing those parents are going to do is they're going to check out your video. And Bao is going to be sitting right there with them. So make sure that your video really shows off your personality. Now, I know that VIP Kid gives a rubric and it's very short. It's like, what, 25, 30 seconds. And it says, "Hi, my name is Teacher Julie. Welcome to VIP Kid. I hope to see you in my classroom." And it's very simple. And you can add pictures, you can add music, however you want to make that yours. That's great. And that is what I used for the first year. I just made sure to put a slideshow of a lot of pictures of myself and my hobbies, my family. And I filmed the actual footage in my classroom so that they could see that I have the proper equipment and good lighting and whatnot. But now I have recreated my video and it's actually much longer. Personally, I think it's too long. And that video is actually on my YouTube page. You can find it. So I can also post the link up here, but I do think it's too long. I need to shorten it, but it also shows off my personality and my teaching style. So I do like it. It just needs to be shortened. But the point is, you need to make sure that your video kind of goes above and beyond. You might not be the best at making a video, but remember, this is going to determine your career. So figure it out, because that video is going to make them say yay or nay to booking a class with you. Okay, so step number three is that about me section. Big deal, or the description in whichever company you're working for. In this section, I would primarily focus on your education and experience because Bao Bao's not reading this section. Mom is. But the thing you need to keep in mind is that it is being translated. Now, some companies translate for you. I know Magic Ears did that, but I do know VIP Kid does not. And so what I did is I took what I wrote down and I translated it to in Google Translate to Chinese and then back to English so that I could see how crazy it looked once it was translated back. And then I adjusted the wording to make it more simple, to make it easier to understand, but to get my point across. Okay? You want to focus mostly on your education. Like I said, they are really, really big on education in China. You want to also focus on your oh my gosh. You also want to focus on your experience. So chalk up any experience that you have. Um, you don't need to say your name in this section because your name is right above that. They can see your name. So you don't need to reintroduce yourself. Hi, I am. Don't waste your time doing that. Get right to the point. I have a bachelor's degree in, I have a master's degree in, I have blah, 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 blah. I have over 20 years of experience teaching children in a brick and mortar classroom or in whatever you want to write. Then write maybe a little bit about your hobbies, about your family, where you reside, something like that. Okay, but you don't need much personal information. You want to show that stuff off in your pictures and your video because, as they say, picture is worth 1,000 words. Tip number four for getting bookings at VIP Kid. It was suggested to me when I started, and I've seen several other teachers suggest this, but opening up slots, the same slots, in advance for a couple of months. Now, I know that might sound like, I mean, now when I think about doing that, it makes me cringe. I don't want to do that. I prefer to open up short notice slots or to only do 1 week in advance because I can. But if you're not getting bookings, this is a tip to help you. Open up, 2 months in advance, the same slots, because the parents typically want to see that they can trust you to be available for their student at the same time they need you every week. Some students book 2 times a week, some book 5 times a week. Either way, they want to know what your availability is. So if you have it opened far as you can in advance, and they can see that, you're more apt to get booked. Okay? The other thing, this is a side tip, but when I first started, there's a couple things that I did that I firmly believe helped me. One was that I did a few overnights, okay? Not fun, but I did it. And the thing with the overnights is you get a lot of trials or you'll get first time students, and those students turn into your regulars that will follow you forever, okay? So I did, I don't know, I'd say a few, but it was probably more than a few. And some of the first few times, the classes booked sporadically throughout the middle of the night. It sucked because I didn't get any sleep. I also wasn't making that much money. But every time I did it, I got more. So maybe that's not for you. But if you're available to open up a Friday or a Saturday night, it's going to help build your student base. The other pointer that I have that or idea that I think that helped me, but I don't really have a lot of proof of it. I don't know how much you know about Chinese social media, and maybe I should make another video about that to teach you all how to use it because I remember when I first started, I was like, I mean, it took me hours to get my profile set up and stuff because everything was in Chinese and I didn't know how to translate it at the time. And I took a Saturday after I got done working, and I took all day and I set up Weibo. And I did that because I heard other teachers say that that was a good idea. Then I learned about WeChat. Well, I do believe that it helped me to set those up, and now I use WeChat all the time. I don't hardly ever go on Weibo, but I do post pictures on there, and I post myself reading books to the children so that they can see that. And of course, my VIP Kids show name is on there. So I do believe that that helped me because they could see more about me and my life on there. Um, if you do choose to do that, though, like, I give all of my students my Weibo. It's not against VIP Kids policy. However, at Gogokid, it is against their policy. So do not try to reach out to parents outside of Gogokid there. You could get fired for that, and I don't want to be the cause of that. But at VIP Kid, you are allowed to. And so I always put it in the parent feedback for Weibo. Now, WeChat is different. I value, like, I don't, WeChat is I don't know how to explain it. WeChat is the social media in China. So it is like a combination of all of ours in one. You can message on there, you can call on there. They have what's called WeChat Pay, which is similar to Apple Pay. So there's a news feed. You can post on there like Facebook. And you can make group messages. So what I like to use it for primarily is to communicate with my parents, like I said, and to help them book because at this point in my career, I can kind of pick and choose which students I prefer to teach, and I have my favorites. Don't judge, we all do. And so I can message the parents of my favorites and I can let them know when I'm opening their slots so that they can book them immediately. Otherwise, VIP Kid's gonna fill me up with all trials if they don't know it right away because whatever I book fills. So I just want to make sure that I get the people in there that are intended to be in there. And if I open up for the frenzy, my stuff is gone. So sometimes with super duper regulars that I love, 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 I hook them up. But again, I'm very particular about who I give that information to. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on that to show you how to sign up for it and stuff if you don't already know. But that's just a really good idea to help further your career. I mean, it's a way to communicate with them. They don't have YouTube and Facebook in China, so they have their own versions of things. And if you want to be able to communicate with them, see pictures of your kids and stuff, get pictures of you and your family out there, then you have to have an avenue to do that. So that's a good way. It's a good way to get your name out there.
When I first started, I don't remember where I got the information, but I think I watched it on a YouTube video or somebody more experienced had told me this. But either way, they said switch something very minute on your profile. So, like on your bio, switch one word or something, or maybe a picture or something like this. And the idea is that when you submit it somehow because you have some new information, it bumps you to the top of the list. Again, I don't have proof of this, but I think it works. I think it worked for me. I think it's worked for other people I've told too. So you don't want to change anything major, but just like one or two words on your bio. Then it takes VIP Kid like 2 days to business days usually to approve it. So what I would do when I was new is I would change a word or a picture, and I would submit it like on Wednesday so that by the time the booking frenzy comes around, my profile would be bumped to the top of the list. So I don't know. I would give it a shot though because I really feel like it did work. I actually just did that again because I was off for an entire month and my bookings dropped a little bit and now my bookings picked back up. So coincidence? I don't know. I don't really believe in coincidences, but I think that works. So there's your bonus tip. Give it a shot.
So, if these tips helped you at all, I would love to hear about it. They have helped some people in the past. They helped me to get started, and I really hope it helps you to secure some bookings because, of course, we're all doing this for money. If you're interested in applying to VIP Kid, I would like to help you through the process. So, I will put my link and my code in the description box below. And when you do sign up under my link, I walk you through the process from point A to point B. So, the first step is to go to that link and punch in your basic information. Okay, it takes you about 5 minutes. The next step is to shoot me an email and let me know. And that information is also in the description box. And then from there on, we will find a way to communicate, whether on Facebook Messenger or via email or even on the phone. And we can also have a Zoom meeting to set up so that you can practice your trial class and run through from beginning to end. Just I'll pretend to be the interviewer and I'll help you through it and give you some pointers. Um, so that's one of the perks you get when you use me as a mentor. I would love to be your mentor. And I do take pride in actually getting people hired. So I'm not going to be invisible. But in order for me not to be invisible, you have to let me know that you use my link. So please do that. And if you have not already subscribed, I would love if you do. Drop a comment. Let me know some pointers that help you to get bookings at VIP Kid or at any other company so that you can help everybody else who watches this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.
Tip number 3. Pictures. Video. Oh. Okay, I actually have 4 tips for you. Let's see what else.